How's it going, everybody? My name is Mike Rosler, and I am an art major. So the first question I chose was actually greatest fear. And I think my greatest fear is probably not reaching my full potential. And I don't mean that by anybody else's standards, like my parents, family members, girlfriend, etc. I just mean I want to know in my heart and in my head that I reach my full potential, or at least I'm working my hardest to reach my full potential. And how that equates to my happiness, my personal happiness, not happiness that's based on anybody else's values for me, just for me. So that would probably be my greatest fear. Second one, superpower. I was between flight and teleportation, but I chose flight over teleportation because with teleportation, yeah, you could teleport to all these different places, and like be there. But one of the reasons I chose flight instead of teleportation was because there's so many different beautiful places in the world. One place especially I want to go to is Sicily and or Italy, just because that's where my family's from. And I've seen so many different beautiful pictures and videos and stuff. So there's so many places and so much land in the world. I would rather be able to fly over it so I can at least see most of the things rather than teleport, because if I'm teleporting there, I'm just being in the environment, but I'd rather be able to fly over and see all the different places. Number 3, overrated virtue. Okay, I chose loyalty. It's definitely important to be loyal and possess loyalty, but for most people, or for people that I've seen in my life, sometimes they use it as a facade or like a mask or something like that, because it could overshadow. It also can come at the extent or at the cost or expense. Come at the expense of integrity sometimes. For example, personally, I've heard or seen times where there's blind loyalty, where somebody's just doing stuff for you that's at the expense of their integrity, just because they're loyal to you, or just because of their loyalty to you. So I would say that's one of them. Also, unrealistic loyalty that some people are asking of you. Let's say, I mean, another one where it's coming at the expense of your integrity could be where they're asking you because you're one of their loyals, or because you're loyal to them. They start to ask you for things that maybe you're not wanting to do, or it's just come at the expense of some of your other virtues just because you're loyal to them. So I would say that's probably one that I've thought about that's probably an overrated virtue. Number 4, which occasion do you lie? So that one's a tricky one. I mean, I think everybody has their own reasons for why you'd lie. I personally believe it's needed sometimes to lower the chance of like conflict or arguments, because I don't want to waste time on. For example, when I'm at work, I work with a lot of people that are older than me and have different views on stuff that's been happening. So sometimes when I don't want to get into like either like arguments or make it awkward or anything, sometimes I either don't say anything, or when they ask, sometimes I just lie or kind of like laugh it off just to get the situation over with, I would say. And also sometimes when people are nosy and they want to be in my business, it's not harmful to tell like little white lies when people are trying to get into your business. So I would say that's the occasions I lie. And number 5, the scariest thing for fun. I've done a lot of things. I would say scariest for fun would probably be skydiving. This last summer, I was in Miami with some family and my girlfriend. So skydiving was definitely scary. I wouldn't say I'm like too afraid of heights, but it's up there. I mean, especially when you're in a small plane. So I would say that's probably the scariest thing I've done for fun.